You might have to shout because I've got headphones on.
Sure. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Slightly a little later. What is the time now? 9 o'clock. We've had some technical issues, difficulties. Guys trying to get their generator started. There was a little switch off at 9 o'clock. The stream is up and running. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you look at the commentary box, we've got an old face that has joined us. Ashley Solash, how are you this evening?
Oh, how's it, guys? I'm very well, thank you, and thanks for inviting me this evening. And yeah, looking forward to a fantastic night of racing. And yeah, let's see what happens. It's the Ford versus Ferrari, and exciting news in the Formula One world as well.
Yes, not joking.
Yeah. So this whole theme is actually good timing from that aspect that we have in a Ford versus Ferrari in the GTE, but soon we're going to have the same in Formula One.
No, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Really looking forward to that. And I actually wonder just how crazy some of those battles will be, and whether to start, just scraping at some of those old rivalries made many, many years ago. And
Absolutely.
also just wanted to mention, we'll see in the top corner there, we've got Duncan, who's going to be our in-race, I was going to say commentator. He's not really commentating, but we are going to come to him and give him some issues and see how his race is going. Duncan, you've kind of specialized in the Assetto Corsa, but here you are racing with project cars. Are you excited for the race? What car are you in this evening?
Ferrari. And it's going hellish.
So look, it is a lock setup, and we understand that the lock setups do make it interesting because you are able to just do a little bit more of an arrive and drive. But then in the same breath is the crazy thing is that it does make it a little bit trickier to drive. Because
Guys, can I get Duncan to retire, please?
Duncan, you need to retire.
Hold this on track.
Put it this way, I've spent 12 months learning ACC, the last chicane. Go straight on. This one, kinks.
Remember, they're on very different track layouts.
Yeah, I keep taking the ACC one. Straight on. Not good.
So we see Tyler dropped in the bottom there. She is just sorting out our the lobby. So it looks like that lobby is being reset. The guys have finalized their qualifying. I did take a little clip of that. I'm hoping that I could be able to read it, but it looks like it's Marius on top, followed by Stefan, then Robert.
Last couple of guys that left.
Couple of guys that had left.
Probably just to reconnect into the lobby.
Yeah, some of the guys disconnected by accident.
Okay, understood. Tyler, just make it me the director, please. A few little technical issues that we don't have both director and a broadcaster today, but it's all good. We will still get the stream up and running. It looks like we've got 12 drivers, 11 drivers in the lobby. So as soon as everybody's in and got their thumbs up, we can get this race underway. 2 races this evening, 25 minutes each way. The first race will be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the temperatures will be up. The interesting thing is that it's not going to be as hot as it was at the previous race. The temperatures were getting quite hot then. The guys were just finding the tires a little bit snotty coming to the end. But then we do have the second race, which is in the evening, and again just changing the driving style.
For a job, yeah.
For Jacques, so yes. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yep.
Yes, he did.
So just remember, Tyler, that you are still coming through live on the stream. Even though you're chatting to the gents in the
yeah, so we're just chatting. Jacques got load shedding, so he was third before he got load shedding.
Okay,
but
so
we're just waiting for Jacques to join us.
Okay, it then does make sense. So just looking at the comments that are coming through, we got Rudy Base enjoying the racing. Looks like a fun series. Rudy, why aren't you racing? Surely you should be joining us. We then got Toki's joined us saying, yo bros, Scotty, where's your camera? Tyler does not have a camera because he is racing talks, but don't worry. I'm sure when he wins and he comes into the driver's interviews, we'll be able to see him. 4 Niels, LGF. I don't know what that means. Am I getting too old? What's happening? Or is that a Netherlands thing? Who knows? Okay, we are still waiting for Jacques. Just hope that there isn't anybody that has that 10 o'clock load shedding. I better check. Last thing I wonder is imagine it's me, but I don't think so. We're good. We're good. We'll just check in with Tyler. Tyler, how are we doing there? Is Jacques up and running yet?
No, we're still waiting for Jacques.
Right, cool. So while we are waiting for Jacques to join us, let's just go to you, Ashley. Just in terms of last week that you did race in the Assetto Corsa League, which happens on a Thursday night, and just in terms of the difference from an Assetto Corsa to a Project Cars, that fundamentally jump from the one to the next. What are some of those things that you notice?
Chicane.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the Assetto Corsa is a lot more updated. I mean, the Project Cars has been around for a while, and I just feel like some of the tracks in that possibly need updating. As Duncan mentioned, Nurburgring is one of them, where the chicane is slightly different. And I also feel the driving physics are a lot different. For me, moving from Project Cars to Assetto Corsa was a bit of a strange transition. But now that I've got a hang of Project Cars, I kind of want to stick with it. I don't feel like I need to go back to Project Cars. Sorry.
Yeah,
now they got a hang of it. Assetto Corsa.
Yep.
I kind of feel like that's my new sort of mission that I want to work on, because I do feel it's a lot more realistic from a driving or simulator aspect, and that's certainly for me much better racing experience than what Project Cars has been given in the past. The nice thing about Project Cars is that we have the ability to run these broadcasts like we do, and you have a variety of cars. Unfortunately, that's Assetto Corsa, you don't. So from that aspect, Project Cars still wins hands down. So yeah.
As a content point of view, not from a racing experience point of view.
Yes, a content point of view. Yeah, it would be nice if Assetto Corsa had a variety of cars and content, like you say. But other than that, it's fantastic. I mean, if you compare it to, say, for instance, it just feels a lot more realistic, and I think it's the ultimate racing simulator game on the console at the moment, and that's why for me it's my first choice.
Yeah, look, so it is quite, I'd say, almost coming to an end of an era. We know that it's been taken off the PlayStation Store, so you can't go and buy the game now. So if you don't have Project Cars 2, that's it. But we also understand is that the games that are being developed now are for PS5. And a lot of the guys that are still racing are all still on the PlayStation 4. So it's kind of like, where to from here, you know?
Yeah.
And it is one of those really, really hard decisions that you got to make, is to say, well, you know, do we go and get a PlayStation 5, or do we take it to the PC world? And that's where I personally have be doing a lot of my racing now. But it's still love being part of the community. I love, you know, coming and watching the likes of Dirkie, Marius, and Jacques having a go up in the front. It's still one of those things that I really love being a part of. So it is very, very tricky. But in saying that, I see that the guys have lined up, so we are able to just cut across to that live feed of the race. So guys, apologies for the current look that we have out there, and that's purely because the director role, we weren't able to get it working with. Sorry. We weren't able to get Ashley's system up and running, just clashing with some guys. But at least I will be directing the cameras and just see a little bit what happens behind the scenes from a feed point of view. Just looking at some of the comments coming through. Just looking at.
You guys try and meet your mics, please.
Vaughan Hill saying LFG.
Definitely
let's
okay,
not go. So
I was just about to say that. I didn't look it up, the analogy or the acronym. I was like, okay, cool. I was going to let you know that I thought
so he did clarify that for me. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Talkie say Duncan is on fire. Duncan, some love coming to from
He loves me. He always will.
Start and the brief to the guys is to the left, let the guys get into the position. Going past these tires on the field. Adrian Bond saying the talks the badge. The main match is interesting to the ACC of the racing games. Obviously, what I have realized is possible to see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
I'm going to start on the back boys, alright?
Are you racing?
No.
It was a very close moment. I thought you would have back in that drive.
Might do terrible.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I'm going to start from the back of the grid because I'm not normally around.
That looks good so far. There we have the guys starting on the in front is Marius, followed by Stefan. So he beats Roy Beckel. Step there from Robert. That was very unusual. Looks like he's done the power a little too early there, and the rear of that Ferrari Ferrari just spun around. The tyres a bit cold. But still in front at the moment is Marius, followed by Stefan, then Rockstar Mel, who had a late set of engines in practice. And looks like he's up to speed again, and one on the heels of Stefan, or a bit of a gap between Stefan and Rockstar. It looks like Stefan is actually pressuring Marius at the moment, so good battle out in front, and that is a definite Ford versus Ferrari battle right there.
So just in terms of the quality, it's Ford, would you be going for?
It's a tough decision. From experience point of view, I would take the Ford. I mean, I have driven one of the series with the Ford, and I was quite comfortable with it. But then again, Ferrari is also a very nice car to drive, so it would have been a tough decision.
And the funny thing is, what I'm seeing is Ford, Ferrari, and it looks like there's four Fords in the back, all the way down to the title in second place. So it looks like it is Fords versus Stefan at the moment.
Yeah, and it looks like Stefan's getting a pressure now from Mal Jock, who's right at the back, and he looks like he's going to pick up the slipstream. When he challenged for the first corner, he goes into the inside, and late on the brakes, nice brake in there from Stefan.
Looks like he just backed up. John just went down and gap to. Tyler, Ferrari, you just see how unstable that rear is. As Tyler was going towards number 3. Just looked like it was just letting go, but was able to just catch it. It was just Tyler to himself in the position.
But back to the front here, we still have this challenge for Rockstar Mal versus Stefan. And this gap, this fight between the two drivers is allowing Marius to have a bit of a breathing space, and has opened up that lead now to 1.5 seconds. Oh, there we see Mal getting all sideways, using the rear end. Looks like he just got that corner a little bit, waiting a little bit too wide, and has lost some ground now, and in the process may have hurt his tyres.
His tyres smoked up like that. What it has done is held Ford to move himself up into third place. Tyler now into fourth. Lots and lots of congestion in the midfield here. As you can see, there's Tyler, Donovan, Rockstar now, and Timmy Wilfred. Second place to move himself up to.
Wow, good battle here between the guys. You see on the inside.
What?
Wow. Bit of contact between those drivers here, but not too bad.
Right to from second, himself up into third, 5 into turn 1, and then just about forced his way through. Made that move speed, it was nice and clean.
Yeah, Rockstar, I mean, that's the second time we've seen Rockstar now braking fairly early. Taking a different line on that first corner. He now moves into 6th position. He has Terry in front of him.
There was Dirk having a late lap there. I honestly thought that he was closer than I expected.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Dirkie so far down the grid. Usually he's one of the top drivers out in front. So perhaps not having a good qualifying session and now trying to fight his way through the field. And he's got his hands full.
Is that one lap qualifier? If you get that one lap wrong, that's it.
So that would definitely explain why he's right down at the back of the grid at the moment. Challenging on the inside there of Donovan and tags the rear end. And let's hope he doesn't pick up damage. Oh, very close there as Donovan closes. And there's a car in the middle of the road, and that's most unfortunate. Donovan did quite well to avoid that collision. But unfortunately, Durkee was unable to avoid, and I'm not too sure who that was. It looked like it was Killer Dave, perhaps. And there's serious damage. No, it was actually... it was Terry. So Terry there with all sorts of damage to that car, and I don't think it's going to be easy to drive around. He's going to have to go into the pits to get that car repaired. And with only 15 minutes on the clock, it's going to be an up-here battle.
Lots of fun. Morris a gap of 3.5 seconds of Stefan in second for Hill, so she was loving the fact that he's up into third. Tyler in fourth, Rockstar Mel in fifth place.
Very creative line there, but looks like it worked. Donovan in ninth position at the moment, and he's got looks like Robert out ahead of him.
No.
I can hear Duncan in the background having a battle of his own.
No, it's that bloody last chicane. I went straight again. I'm going back to ACC.
Duncan really not having fun with this evening.
No.
Duncan had a break it just past the 75 minute mark. To second, just right.
We have Rockstar Mel in the picture at the moment, chasing down Tyler in fourth position. Tyler working his way through the field. After not having a very good qualifying session and doing pretty well to chase down for that podium. He's got Warren Hill just ahead of him. But in his mirrors at the moment, Rockstar Mel is pushing like crazy. And a message from Adrian Bard. That's really cool.
So that's the message from our Facebook page. So guys, if you are watching on Facebook, drop us a message. Let us know who you're cheering for this evening.
Oh, there we go. It looks like it was Tyler who lost the rear end there and opened the gap there for Rockstar Mel. He's now moved up into fourth position. And let's see if he can hunt down Vaughan Hill.
Morris out in front, 5.5 seconds is the gap now between himself and Stefan. This is going to be action is happening, and I'm sure that he's able to see what is happening now. That's Rockstar Mel is like pulling right behind him.
Yeah, definitely has been released now. And better break in there from Rockstar Mel. But even good cornering there from Vaughan. But now he has Rockstar Mel all over the back of him as they go through that very twisty section of the first couple of corners.
Corners and the long straight, so we think
the standard setup on the Fords is a lot more stable than the Ferrari. It would appear that, like you said, the Ferrari likes to rotate a lot, and I think it's just catching some of the drivers out.
What I am seeing coming up, that is in 6th place, is so he's got himself into the picture there as well.
Even with the damage, it's pretty impressive. He's lost lap there 153.9, compared to the guys out ahead of him. Definitely about 2 seconds quicker.
This is the one that this is the lap times between Ford and Shark. Across the line of 44.7, 44.7, 44.5, 44.7. So
52.
54's all around 1.7 and 50 was there by 2 seconds and that is his pace.
Are you sure damage is turned on? Because it does not make sense why he's so quick without front wheel.
Nevertheless, virtual damage is on, and they're still able to get up and have a race. Well, let's have a go.
Let's have a go. Why not?
Let's see that 10th place. He's down to 12th. He's got himself up 2 positions. So this looks like this is a move for a place, and this is challenging Tyler into the hairpin. Very good by Tyler saw it coming and just opened them.
So maybe the Ford runs better without a front nose. So there's a tip for the next race, guys.
Yeah, take the front off.
It actually looks better.
So Adrian's commentary says there's a lot of wind on the track. KFC track. Adrian, never disappoint. So I must say that Ford is really on his own here. I've actually just realized something is that the colours in this car are the same colours that are on the Mangaza Formula V team that also is blue. So it's almost like we just complete. I'm pretty sure this will be the same brand new also used as well. Just looking at the times, the 154 and the 154.0 for Jacques. So 0.3 of a second.
So you can see how Dirkie now catching, or eventually overtake it. It seems to have fallen back a bit, so lost a bit of time. Ooh, we've seen Vaughan. And that's another thing about this game. You cannot touch those curves. Whereas a set of courses is a little bit more lenient. So a good battle between these guys. But I mean, look at this. Morris in a league of his own. He definitely got to grips with that car, and I think he hasn't had to push too hard and kept those tires nice and fresh, and just putting in the laps that he needs to.
So this is the interesting thing, is that there is a Ferrari up at the top there, knowing that the guys are really fighting it out, because that means that they're in 6th place for Tyler. The one that these guys battle up in front, so it's going to be Tyler who's just got closing out on these guys.
Absolutely. Look at Dirkie now, right in the back of Rockstar now. And ooh, getting very close there.
Just looking at inside the Coming out of turn number 4, power down, had to just back off ever so slightly. 6 minutes left to go of this first race, and it has been bundled to bonnet action the entire race. What comes in on the inside going into turn number 7, but now they'll head up towards the Schumacher S's. Will Dirk be able to get past Jacques fighting for his position?
It looks like Dirk lost a bit of momentum there. But late on the brakes there. Seems to be battling a bit in the dirty air. Like good. Yeah, looks like you got a good. Oh, there he goes in the inside and Vaughan gets through. So a late lunge there, but I mean Vaughan left the gap way wide open, and Rockstar Mile went for it, and unfortunately that did touch. That's not too much time lost there by Vaughan. And he has dropped a couple of positions, but at least was able to rejoin the track. Car seems to be going quicker without the wheel.
Yeah, this body work makes sense. So Dirty on the inside gets himself up into third place. So both Strike and Dinard is from exactly so 150 out in front is that we don't get to see a lot of the racing action, but there is the race leader, Marius, dropping in those 52.9s. And that is probably the best and cleanest looking Ferrari on the track at this point, having seen some of the other ones.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's key to be consistent every single lap. And that's exactly what Marius has done. If you look at these times, I mean, they've been averaging around the 152, 152. And then I say that and he does a 154.
It's the good old-fashioned commentator's curse.
Yeah. But I'm really impressed with Durkee fighting his way through the field and up into third at the moment. And not too far behind Stefan. With a little bit more time, I think he would have been able to challenge Stefan for the...
So there's 45 seconds left in this race. There's a shot of Morris down into turn number 6, and now we're heading down the hill towards the hairpin of turn number 7. And with 20 seconds left, it looks like this will be the final lap.
Yeah, I don't see the positions changing unless we have incident somewhere between Stefan and Durkee. But Durkee's slowly closing that gap between himself and Stefan. Maybe pushing a little bit too hard at the moment. But a good clean race here from Marius. Started out in front, qualified well, and coming through the last chicane. And that forward sounding ever so good as it comes to the last corner. Marius starts the final lap and ends the final lap, should I say, and that's the end of his session. Well done to Marius. In second place, here comes Stefan. A good race there by Stefan in the Ferrari, bringing it home for the Ferrari. So it's... And Durkee, with that damage, managed to bring it home in third, followed by Rockstar Mel. Vaughan coming home in 5th position. In the background, Tyler 6th, Gav 7th, Robert finishing out in 8th. Terry, good comeback after a disaster of a start, the first couple of laps. He ends down in 9th position without front and rear wing. Donovan followed by Duncan in 11th position, and we have Killer Dave finishing down in 12th.
So I think it's going to be quite challenging for the guys for the next race, and that's the likes of Marius and Stefan, with Durkee now having to fight their way through the field. Durkee now will start, so Marius will start off in 6th, Stefan starts off in 5, Durkee is 4, Rockstar now starts in 3rd, Vaughan Hills is 2nd, and we'll have Tyler Scott that will be managing the guys around. Just to make sure the guys are able to get the starting positions there.
Maar je moet die altijd aanblijven in de race.
And realize that the guys probably forget that it is code coconuts. But now the time will just be changed. There we go. You can see the time has changed already. Just waiting to get those thumbs up. But essentially, Marius just ran away from the front there. Stefan was able to stick with him for a couple of laps, but then that gap just started opening a little bit here and there. And by the end of the race, we can see more than 17 seconds was the gap. But now, when you get your top 6 in reverse grid, that's where things really do start changing around.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have to fight from the middle of the pack to the front, it definitely changes the dynamics of the game. And I think Durkee has a good chance here. I mean, he's going to be starting third. He has a couple of good drivers to pass, but I think he has the pace tonight to win the second race. But you never know; anything can happen in those first couple of corners.
And that's most definitely true. And all you need to do is you just need to find that little gap. Once you have that gap and you're able to just pull away, it does make it difficult for the guys that are chasing you down, especially if they're fighting against each other.
Absolutely. So Dylan, tell us a little bit more about our sponsor. This is Bulldog Skincare for Men.
So Bulldog
And
Skincare for Men is exclusively available at the Clicks. You're able to order it online. In the link in the description, you're able to go and click there. You can go into the Clicks website, go and order it, purchase it. I personally use Bulldog Skincare for Men. And this is why you'd never say I'm over 40. No, I'm joking, guys. But it is true that I do use the products, honestly.
And do they have like a product for men that have worn out their hair on their heads?
No, but what we can offer you is a beard and a beard styling wax for your beard, actually. So we'll make sure that you get some.
Excellent.
Right, guys, so we are ready. Just about ready for
Change the opposite race.
number 2. Just let us know who you support. We always do love seeing the chat light up when the guys are there. It always does make things very, very interesting. But into their positions.
So let's hope we get a nice clean race and a good warm-up lap. I think that will also be important. So there we have Tyler in the picture at the moment, and he's leading the field, just getting the guys into position at the moment and warming up those tyres. And we'll see the likes of Vaughan following very closely. Yeah, we saw in the first race Vaughan was very late on the brakes in the first corner, so it seems to be a lot stronger in that aspect. You can see him weaving around there, getting that energy into those tyres, keeping them warm, and the pressure's stable. I'm sure Durkee will be itching.
It's essentially just guys going opposite direction, and it's point of view from DTM during a safety car. And it's exactly that. The guys for some time just goes left, right, left, right, left, right.
We'll have to post it on your Facebook site. Oh, there we have unfortunate spin in the background again.
slow towards this line.
And away they go for the second race of this evening. Tyler leads with Vaughan, Rockstar Mal third, Durkee in fourth. Then who will outbreak who on the first corner? And it seems to be a very clean corner. We've got a bit of a lock up there from Mel Jock. And that's going to hurt himself. Ooh, a bit of an incident at the back there. It looks like Gav and somebody getting together and making contact, and looks like Gav is meant to get away forward for the second position. And that gap between Vaughan and Mel, as Vaughan goes defensive, as Mel's all over the back of his mirrors, looking to get past. Tyler, very late. Yeah.
To turn number 6.
So Tyler's still in the lead there. It looks like he's managed to hold the first couple of corners. Very strong start from him. And actually doing a pretty fine job at the moment. So we go into the very fast end.
Those cars are actually changing direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, very close there. Vaughan getting a little bit too close to the back of Tyler and making contact with Tyler, taking both himself and Tyler out. And that has dropped them both now. Rockstar Mel into the lead, followed by Durkee. And that just helped Morris's cause as well. So it's two cars that he doesn't necessarily have to fight past. Morris now moving to fourth position, and he is right on the back of Stefan. And it looks like he's going to go for the move on the last corner. Goes on the inside. Will he have the momentum? It looks like he does. Let's see if it was a fantastic move. Let's see if Stefan will tuck in behind him. No, seems to be running his line. And who will be on the brake? Very, very late break there. Looks like it was Tyler who nearly went back of Stefan, and that would have been disastrous.
Mr. Wolford up into 6th place. Simon Tyler.
I get nervous when these two get too close to each other. You see there Terry getting a good drive out, and it was Tyler that closed the door. But now Terry on the inside forces Tyler a little bit wide. Tyler getting a bit squiggly there and losing more momentum and places now Terry up into fifth position.
So that's Stefan in front of Terry. Terry looks like he's on an absolute charge now. It does look like that he's really making that forward run for him.
Stay off the curbs. You have to stay off the curbs. So a little bit of a mistake there from Terry as he got into the curbs and lost a little bit of momentum. So Stefan in fourth position, followed by Terry, followed very closely by Tyler. But out in front, it's Durkee. That's pretty much what I imagined what would happen. So as he starts the second lap, Durkee now with absolutely. I think we have top good drivers out in front at the moment. I'm just hoping that is enough time for Terry to join that battle to make it a four-way. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's a lot easier to drive compared to the Ferrari. It seems to be a lot more stable. Terry looks like he's pushing a little bit too hard and he's making quite a few mistakes. He just needs to keep it cool and calm.
Somehow able to
So I'm just watching the gap between Marius and Rockstar now. It hasn't come down that much. Yeah, pretty much the same times between those two guys. Yeah. So Rockstar Mel doing an excellent job at the moment, just keeping Marius behind him. And that's allowing this battle between Rockstar Mel and Marius is just allowing Dirkie just to open that gap a little bit. And on that previous lap, he was 7/10. As that gap grows, his confidence will also grow and the pressure would release and make it slightly easier to manage. It's an interesting battle still to come between these two drivers. With Stefan there in 4th position in the only Ferrari in the top 5. Followed by Terry. Terry a little bit hard on the brakes there, locking up a little bit. You see that puff of smoke there, the tyres. And he's just... Yep. Grainy and then causing more problems for yourself. And again, does it again with a little lock up. Also riding those curves like a set of Porsche driver. But I do like those colours of that Ford. It's a good combination of the red, white and blue. See Marius looking for a gap on the inside there, but he had to brake and compromise his momentum to avoid going to the back of Jock. And a good clean line, he's got the lights on, he's tuning Jock, he's coming through. Yeah, ooh, making a little bit of a mistake there.
I think you mentioned it earlier, it's almost as if that the cars are not following each other nicely.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of turbulence coming back of the cars. Definitely signs of, ooh, see Marius, sorry, that was Male Jock. Get on the curve there and just managed to hang on to the rear of that Ford. And,
just want to jump back because I see this Tyler Gavin is also hot and happening, so to say. Let's see how Tyler's throwing it here. He's now within 0.8 of a second. This is waiting for your opponent to make that mistake. You then start getting just a little bit closer. It's when you start pushing and you make the mistake. It's just adding more pressure to yourself.
yeah, very close there.
Starting to build up.
So I see seems like Morris is just managed to get the pace of the last corner and then down the straight. And then in the braking zone. It just seems to be out of the range of the overtake. But look in the background. This battle is now slowed Morris up for both of them up, and Stefan's now closing in to add to the fun and games. So now that gap between the two has come down as well. Almost identical gap between all three drivers at the moment. Oh, them again, a little bit of a lock up there from Bulldog. That's not going to help Stefan. You need to keep it on the track. You need to keep it neat and tidy.
Happy with the power requirement that Morris was asking for.
We see Morris now getting ever so close. Gets the slipstream. Will he go on the inside? Okay. So he has a look, but it goes back in again. And this is where he's pretty strong. He's on this final corner. He starts closing in on the gap. He's right on the rear now of Bulldog with that slipstream first corner as they go down to the main straight, and already Bulldog is looking going on the defensive. Great battle out in front at the moment, and it looks like Rockstar has picked up some sort of time penalty. I'm not too sure what that penalty will be for. Have a look at the timings. So 1 second. Yeah, looks like Tyler managed to get past, so good overtake there from Tyler. Now he has Gavin pushing like crazy to try to get past again, and Gavin with a lot of momentum there now on the inside. Jesus, just to back down to get onto. Oh, there was Tyler. Tyler just starts. Yeah, it looks like Tyler didn't join the track in a clean fashion and caused that accident. We'll have to review that after the race. As we see now, Marius getting a good slipstream. He goes on the inside and it looks like he's sick. And both leg on the brakes. But Meljak actually outbraking himself. And a good move there from Marius, now moving up into second position. But definitely struggling with the rear of the car. It's not he's not able to put the power down like he did in the first race. So we didn't see much of him in the first race. There you go, Morris getting very sideways. Yes, how did he manage to hold on to that? Absolutely crazy. And look at that Ferrari in the background. He's just slowly edging that gap. It's different. He's on his way. And he could have a chance, having with Rockstar with that 1 second penalty. If we could just get within half a second of Rockstar, you'll have opportunity to walk away with the podium, second podium for this evening. But yes, you can see the shadows now getting longer on the track, and definitely causing the temperatures of the track to drop and making it a little bit more exciting for the spectators to watch. But still in front at the moment.
Going sideways.
You do. Sometimes. Not all the time. 7 minutes left on the clock.
Stefan is was within the second of Jacques. Out in the front, 4 seconds.
That's a decent lead. But there's still 6.5 minutes left to go. Anything can happen with Morris now released and has a clear track in front of him. Let's see what he can do to try and reel in that gap between himself and Durkee. It's not going to be an easy challenge. We know from previous seasons that Durkee is extremely strong and has been able to take a couple of championships. But we know Morris is a very competitive and successful driver himself, so it will be a fantastic battle to see those two drivers challenging each other.
Ashton's Gavin and Tyler have swapped positions again. Tyler did slow down and gave Gavin a position back. Has gone up into 6th place and Tyler in the 2nd position.
Well, good sportsmanship there from Tyler. It's nice to see that the guys are looking out for each other. I mean, not only are these guys competitors on Project Cars, but some of them also race together on the main circuits around South Africa.
So, Ferrari disconnected out of the first race. There is now a front bumper problem, currently in 10th place. Then got tenth position there for him. Looks like he's also running. Duncan has been very quiet, but his Ferrari's looking spick and span. Doesn't look like there are too many issues there, so he's saving around something just about sets himself up for his own heart attack. Donovan down in 12th place, 156.8 there for him on the last lap, so it looks like he's just struggling a bit. And Vaughan 158.9. It's unfortunate to see contact way down.
Yeah, he must have had another off somewhere because was that the first couple of corners? But I'm sure he would have been able to make up some places. So obviously just struggling at this evening's race. Different dynamics of the track. But here we have our leader out in front, Quicksilver, with the commanding lead at the moment, 6 seconds. So he's actually increased that gap. And I see Morris has actually dropped down to 4, so we didn't see what happened to him. Morris is down in 4th position. So while we were watching the other competitors, it happened to Morris, and he's now lost quite a few places. 2 places to be exact, and he's down in position. And has a bit of work here. No, I think he just got caught out by the track temperature. Maybe pushing a little bit too hard, trying to catch Durkee. Maybe caught out by the commentators. Ooh! Who was that? Was it Duncan? Yeah, unfortunately Duncan not having... Yeah, like I say, you can't ride those curves like you do in ACC.
Or just sneaking through something which then drops Duncan down to
good battle here. I thought we were going to see another collision there, but luckily Duncan get onto the brakes there and managed to avoid the back of Vaughan, who seems to be really struggling in this race. Car doesn't seem to have any pace at the moment. Yeah, you got to heel and toe that one. So there's Rockstar Mel in second position. We have a minute and a bit left on the clock. And will this be the final lap? Not possible. So with just a couple of laps to go.
That's what is happening. So we're able to watch the battle between Donovan and Vaughan Hills here.
Vaughan just finished.
The guys' lines were going through. Far away from it.
That might just give Morris an opportunity to steal that podium position from Stefan with that penalty now. And as he's closing the gap very, very quickly.
So this is the last lap.
Yeah, and that gap is now down to just on a second.
Now within a second, and that's exactly what Morris is going to be hoping for. So Morris should be able to steal this podium away from Stefan.
And there's Stefan.
It's 1-0. Cross the line in first place.
Followed by Rockstar Mel, well done. And Morris getting that podium position right at the end of the race. And let's see, there'll be a bit of a shift in the times there because of the penalties or position, so should I say.
So that's a great recovery for him after his previous race. Just his points down just so we know exactly who's going to be joining us in the drivers' interviews in approximately 3 minutes or so. You guys do stand by. Just get these points in. Tyler in 6th place. Roberts is in 7th with Gav. Gav in 8th.
Nice day.
Killer Dave in 9th and Vaughan Hills coming home in 10th.
Then Vaughan in 10th.
I think it was Donovan and then Duncan.
Bad luck, Morris.
Ja, gaan ik op de curve
I agree, Duncan.
What position did Duncan finish in there?
think he came in 13th.
Mafira disconnected.
12th. Oh, then it was 12th.
I will see you Thursday, Ash.
Yeah, definitely. Let's
Okay,
hope
but
I don't have load shedding.
let's just thank God it's back to ACC.
Come on, Duncan, it's not that bad.
No, there's a huge difference between the two.
There is.
It's like a total different language, and to go from one to the other, it's very difficult. It's rather best just to stick to one if you want to be competitive. So a big shout out to our sponsor, Bulldog Skincare, for making Dylan look great for every appearance.
100%. Thank you very much.
Would you speak your mind? I'm ready.
Let's just get the guys in for the driver's interviews.
Today I went to bust through a wall, save a little girl. I hiked down a mountain to save a victim. Got up again with him. I made a difference. I even brought a totally random walk-in back to life. And my point is, I want to keep doing
Duncan, we are getting lots and lots of feedback from your side, so.
Sure you.
Thank you kindly. Okay, so I am able to stop that. Let's go into our driver interviews. Dirkie, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, loud and clear. Just checking. I know that Jock is on the generator power, running his 1000 kVA, and obviously the cost of the interview.
That's like 400 Rand an hour. It's bad. And
That's a very, very expensive hobby for him. Absolutely crazy. Well, let's just welcome Marius into the lobby. Marius, welcome.
Hello, guys.
Missed the first race, but you're back. It looked like that Ford was a little bit of a handful for the second race. The first race, it was very lonely out in the front there for you, but then had to fight really hard to keep that car going in the straight line in the second race.
Yes, sorry, why is my screen sideways?
Just
Like going
just
sideways.
shake it. Just shake the camera.
That's weird. Okay, anyway. Yeah, no, I haven't driven the Ford before. I think once in a 5x5 or so. It was, but it's a nice car. I enjoyed myself fully. It was very nice. Me and Jock had a great battle there in the second race. The second race, the track was way cooler. So it was quite tricky there in the last few laps, for me at least.
Yeah.
So but it was great fun.
No,
Awesome.
it definitely looked like you were having a lot of fun, and the curbs on this track are definitely not forgiving at all.
No, it caught me out there between turn 2 and 3. It totally made me lose it there. I was chasing very hard. Yeah, no, it was great fun.
No, that's absolutely awesome, and welcome back, Morris. A win for you, and then a podium. Managing to just get into that 1 second time penalty that Stefan put on that last lap to help you get you up onto that podium, which actually put you ahead of him in terms of the points. So well done for the evening, Stefan. Actually, finishing fourth overall for this evening.
Awesome.
Let's go to you. your first race was extremely tricky, to say the least. Started way back there and fought your way through the fields and get yourself onto that podium.
Yeah, it was one of the most difficult ones, but very enjoyable. There was some argy-bargy going on right through the field. It was not easy, but I really enjoyed it. It was tough. I made a stuff up in my qualifying, so it put me way back in 10th, and it was hard work to get it into 3rd place. And but I really enjoyed it. It was great fun doing that. So yeah, it was lekker.
Dirkie, we saw. Sorry, Dylan. We saw you had a bit of an incident where you lost the front. It looked like you had quite a huge impact on the final corner with one of the guys out in front. I think it was Tyler or Terry. Did that have a impact on your stability of the car?
No, fortunately, you know what happened? As I came around the corner, because we've got that high barrier there, so as I came around the corner, the cars was already stationary. There was nowhere for me to go. But anyway, besides that, the damage was visual only. So yeah, it looked bad, but you could still drive the car. There was no real performance impact there.
Okay. We were just wondering because with that impact, we thought it would probably be end of the race.
But through the field there. So, Dirkie, just a quick question: do you prefer fighting through the field or going out in front and just running away with it?
For the enjoyment part, I enjoy fighting for it. For the championship, I like the front.
Fair enough. Well, guys,
I really enjoyed it coming through the field. It was great fun. It was lekker.
Yeah, guys, we'll definitely leave it there. So a big thank you to Bulldog Skincare for Men, who are supporting us with products for this championship. We will be back on Thursday night for the Assetto Corsa on PC as well as on PlayStation. So just look out for that. If you'd like to join us, come and check out our Discord. All the details are on the website, as well as all the details for the race. I'm not sure, everything from our side, all good is good. Anything from you, Ashley?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for inviting me. It was actually great to catch up with all the guys and see the very close racing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoying myself.
Nice seeing you again. Yeah.
Thanks for it.
Right, guys, so with that, keep practicing. We'll see you on the track on Thursday, and otherwise next week, Monday. And with
yes, I Thursday. Yeah.